You may have heard that having a business partner is the key to success, but do you really need one? I'm gonna give you 6 compelling reasons why you might need one and how it can help your business grow. Hey there, my name is Johnny Robinson. I run 2 companies that will do around $6 million this year in gross sales and some change. I've done this with a business partner the whole time. I've never built a business on my own. It's always been with a partner. In this video, I'm gonna talk about something that's probably on a lot of people's mind these days. Do you need a business partner? Should you get a business partner? But before we get into it, let me just say that this isn't necessarily for everyone. Some people work amazing on their own. But if you're feeling stuck and maybe you feel like your business could use some growth, then maybe a business partner could be right for you. So let's just jump right in and I'll tell you all the benefits of having one. Number 1 is divide and conquer. Having a business partner is a great way to divide and conquer the never-ending amount of tasks that are going to be piled onto your plate as your business grows and scales. Having someone to share that workload with will make things way more manageable and allow you to focus on the tasks that you're good at and that you want to be working on. Keep in mind, when you have a business partner, now you don't only have one brain, but you have 2 brains working on the same problem and the same goal. So you might have been able to come up with a solution that you normally wouldn't have been able to come up with on your own. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or scared about growth in your business, or you're growing really quickly and things are becoming unmanageable, it might be a good time for you to bring on a business partner. But it's got to be the right business partner, which leads me to number 2, complementary skill sets. Partnerships only work when you have complementary skill sets, because if you have 2 people, say, who's really good at sales, then there's way too much overlap there. When you're building out the sales department, who's gonna run the sales team? It's gotta be one person. There can't be 2 people in charge, right? You have all these departments. So it works best when you have, say, maybe someone who's really good at sales and someone who's really good at operations. That's how Sergio and I divide up our business. I run all the sales team, do all the sales stuff like that. He does all the operations, fulfillment, working on the systems and things like that. And guess what? It works out perfectly. If we were both really good at operations or both really good at sales, we would not be sitting here filming this video for you right now. Number 3 is accountability. Now, not only are you responsible for yourself, but someone else. So the mentality that I've always taken to it is, I've got to get myself fed, but more importantly, I've got to make sure Sergio's fed. And I know he feels the same way. So to have that support and know that I've got somebody else in the business having my back at all times, it just creates another level of comfort. And when you're doing business and you're starting a business from the ground up in entrepreneurship, the highs are high and the lows are low. So when you have someone there that you can trust, who has your back, who's putting in that work, you can share the lows with them. When you're just getting punched in the face, maybe you're not closing deals, things are breaking, customers are not happy, at least you have someone else to fall back on and talk that through with, instead of just doing it on your own, because it can be very, very mentally taxing. With the right partner by your side, you should be able to weather any storm. And I've been doing this for 5 years, been doing business for 5 years, and we've been able to weather the craziest of storms. And I attribute a lot of that to having Sergio in my corner and being able to bounce ideas and just share the lows with him. Number 4 is defined roles. One of the key benefits to having a business partner is that it helps better develop the responsibilities and organization of the business. When everyone has a clear understanding of their roles and their responsibilities, it creates for a much more productive environment, a much more organized environment, and now you can grow the business much faster. You've also got that built-in accountability, like I talked about in number 3. This is going to help prevent stagnation and complacency within your company, because if someone else is slacking, the other partner can come in and help carry the load while that person might be off, might be going through some stuff, right? And it's important to have clearly defined roles when you are starting and scaling a business. Number 5 is a shared vision. And this one is honestly probably the most important. And if you're going to take one thing away, I want you to take away the fact that a business partnership will not work if you guys do not have a clearly aligned vision. Since Sergio and I started Orange Window Cleaning 5 years ago, we've always had the same vision and been on the same page on where we wanted to take the company. The few times where that got off track, things started to break, things started to go wrong. But when we're back on track, we're working toward the same goal, then everything was going smoothly and we had a lot better communication, our relationship was better, and we weren't really arguing or anything like that. And honestly, we never really argue, because guess what? We always have the same shared vision. You might be wondering, how do I get on the same page, or how do I come up with a vision? Well, it's important to sit down with your business partner, find out what their personal values are, find out what their long-term objectives are, ideally in at least a 5-year time span, because in business, you should always have expanded time horizons. This stuff takes time to develop, so you're not going to see results like month 1, or at least crazy results. And then ultimately, if you're starting from scratch, then it's what kind of business do you want to build? And then once you have that clear understanding of values, vision, and what kind of business you guys want to start, it should be smooth sailing from there. And just kind of do weekly checkups, monthly checkups on, hey, are you guys still on the same page? If you guys need to pivot, go a new direction, just making sure you're on the same page at all times. Number 6, last but not least, is open communication. So sometimes you and your business partner aren't going to be on the same page. Sometimes you guys might resent each other a little bit, right? And this is why open communication is so important, because if something's off, you feel like maybe your partner's not pulling their weight, then you need to have that difficult conversation with them, because if you don't have these difficult conversations, resentment will build, and then eventually it'll get to the point where you'll just explode, and now you're spending time fighting with your business partner over things that you probably should have addressed months ago. So you just have to have the difficult conversations, have a clear, open, honest communication. And honestly, that's like the number one thing you need to do to make a business partnership successful. That's why me and Sergio have been able to scale multi-million-dollar businesses, being best friends since the 7th grade, because we have open communication with each other at all times. If I'm slacking off, if he's slacking off, we'll let each other know. Cool thing is if you find the right partner, you'll really never have to do that, because you guys should be always working and being aligned on the goal. You should be excited to work, excited to build a business and go all in. And picking the right business partner from the beginning will mitigate lots of problems. There are many benefits to having a business partner, including the 6 that I just talked about. But if you feel like you need a partner, then get off your butt, go find the partner using the 6 things I just talked about in this video, and that might be the fuel to the fire that you need to ignite the growth of your business. So what are you waiting for? Go find that business partner and take your business to the next level. If you haven't liked the video yet, or you haven't subscribed, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe. We talk all about growing and scaling businesses, specifically remote house cleaning businesses. So again, hit the subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.